Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron channel. I'm Steve Shaw. In this video, I'm going to talk about the rules I use to build a 700-pound deadlift with an asterisk. Before I get into that topic, if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. The best topic ideas I turn into videos just like this. All right, so the asterisk first, before someone starts calling me out on as being a liar. When I competed, I don't know, 308, 308, 18, whatever weight I was. My deadlift was 675. That was my first competition. As I approached 346 pounds and my next competition, my deadlift in the gym had been about 700 or over 700 for 3 or 4 reps from about 3 inches off the floor, right? So I was tracking close to 750 at that time, but I never got a chance to, I got a chance to compete, but my fatty liver disease was so bad that I bonked out of the meet. So I never officially hit 700 on the platform, so there's the asterisk. After losing 100 pounds and getting down to 246 from 346, I came back to hit 666 on the platform, a little lighter than my 675. But honestly, I didn't think I was going to get that much at the meet bouncing back from the big weight loss. So I was pretty happy with that. So all that crap aside and the asterisk aside, how did I train? Well, I'm presenting the rules I use, and maybe you guys can learn a few things. Number one, I would only pull from the floor every other week. I used basically a 4-day split where I did deadlifts and back once a week. And I would only pull from the floor once a week. On the other weeks, I would generally pull from 3, 5 to 7 inches off the ground, depending on how I felt that day, and most times with chains. One of the reasons why I did this is because I feel it was better for me. I felt my lower back responded better to pulling from the floor only every other week. I felt fresh when it came to pulling from the floor. I felt like the second week pulling a little bit off the floor was a little bit better for me as far as cumulative fatigue. So I just ran with it. Now, when I'm training someone, and they want to get really good at the deadlift, usually what I do is try to alternate or cycle in every other week a variation. This could be rack pulls, block pulls, even sumo or trap bar deadlift in that second week. That's how I would like to see them train. That's my philosophy, and I believe it's just, again, better on the lower back in the long run. Number two, I never trained above 90%. When it comes to training heavy, you see a lot of videos on social media and on Instagram, and way too many people are pulling too heavy too frequently. They're just obsessed with it. Training above 90% takes more than it gives. It takes more out of you than it gives. What does that mean? You encourage way too much injury risk. You incur the potential for way too much lower back fatigue and cumulative fatigue for what you get out of it. If you want to train the deadlift, you don't train it above 90%, just pulling heavy singles all the time. You can pull heavy, but just try to keep it down, 87.5%, 85%. I pulled a lot of weight in my floor pulling weeks that were, triples, 4 rep sets, 5 rep sets, that sort of thing. And they were usually somewhere around 87.5% to 85%. And I would always stop sets when I felt like my form was going to hell. So I never pushed it for that extra rep or two. For those of you guys that are busy training heavy all the time, I encourage you to reconsider it. It takes more than it gives, meaning over the long run, it's going to punish you more than you're going to receive benefits. All right. Another rule I used is never train, and this is a soft rule, above 25 reps per week. I generally would do 3 sets. I'd do a heavier set, depending on what it was that day, and then 2 back-off sets. So let's say I went in the gym and did 605 by 5. I would back down to like maybe 545 for max reps, and then like 495 for max reps. So I did something called the threes protocol, which I give to a lot of my clients. I would do that heavier set first for max safe reps, and then I would do 2 back off sets, and generally the cumulative volume was about, give or take 25 reps. That's my puppy. Another thing I would always do is try to work the yoke or traps at every opportunity. So when I was doing RDLs or my last set of deadlifts, sometimes I would work in shrugs, sometimes extra shrugs, right, beyond what I was doing normally. Sometimes I would work in extra just a static hold. A lot of times at the end of a deadlift rep, I would just hold the bar on my last set for as long as possible. Sometimes when I was doing, that last set, I would do a hold and then power shrugs for as many reps as possible. I would do that on RDLs as well. When I was doing RDLs, sometimes at the end I do shrugs and then a static hold. Anything where I was holding the bar, so it was almost a guarantee that I would work in a little bit of extra tension, a little bit extra stress on my yoke with a static hold or with shrugs. So those are the basic pillars. RDLs weren't something that I would use on off weeks. I use those every week, but only 2 sets. They're very intense, and usually I do 2 sets of 10 dumbbell or barbell RDLs. As far as general deadlift advice, I always focus on getting my quads as strong as humanly possible, my yoke and my traps as strong as humanly possible, and my back as strong as humanly possible. So I'm not saying this is the only way to deadlift. I'm just telling you, this is the way I train. These were my rules that helped me get my deadlift up to where it was. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. If you made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.